Audio Jeepers, it's time for another Jeep Talk Show flagship episode. And now, April, I heard that you took issue with being on the number 2 flagship episode, not the number 1 flagship episode.
I
What
knew
was it?
you
I
were
see
going to
how it
bring that
is.
up. I see how it is. I did not discover until today that I'm number 2. So, yeah, we got to figure something out. We're going to have a
But
talk.
but I didn't say you were number 2. I said you were on flagship 2.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
Actually, it works out really well because I get to record during the day with you on Wednesdays.
Yes.
Because you're available, and I don't know that that was necessarily true for the first part of the week, like on Tuesdays, but it works out very, very good because
Yeah,
normally
me
I
too.
record everything in the evening, and
Yeah.
well, you record in the evening on your
I
podcast,
do
right?
with the Women's Off-Road Warriors when we get together. Matter of fact, we have a recording tonight. So Wednesday nights is for them, and then Wednesday afternoons are for you. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So does that is that tough on you recording 2 podcasts on the same day? I mean, I
No,
know there's several hours in between the two, but
no, because I only have to do my makeup and hair once a week. I'm just kidding.
wow.
I'm just kidding.
And Saturdays are bath days, right?
Saturdays are
Very, very nice. All right, so on tonight's episode, we're going to be talking a little Jeep news here and upcoming Jeep events. And I'll just tell you ahead of time, April, that we may or may not have the correct information because we leaned on AI for the Jeep events. So
okay.
if you see anything there, or you, the viewer, if you see or hear anything that we're saying that's wrong, feel
Let us
free
know.
to send us a message, jeeptalkshow.com/contact, to find out all the ways that you can reach out to us. All right, so Jeep CEO Bob, and I think I'm getting better at this, Broderdorf,
Yes.
outlined a product-driven turnaround strategy, implementing 81 changes to pricing and products to regain market share, as noted in an X post. You're familiar with X, right? It's
Yeah.
the artist that was formerly called Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah. So, yeah, they just changed the name. He
Yeah.
emphasized focusing on Jeep's core audience. Holy crap. Who would have ever thought about that if there was only some
Who would've?
podcast out there that was bitching
I
about them
mean,
focusing on the the Jeep consumer?
you know they're listening. They gotta be. Yeah.
Somebody is. They have a cease and desist letter just waiting to be
Oh
signed by
gosh.
whoever
Yes,
the in charge person is, you know? All I have to do is just go a little too far and boom.
you need to go to the mailbox and check the mail because it's probably in there.
It's probably in there, yeah. Or it's my little ticket, get a free 392 Gladiator.
Oh,
You know,
even
little
better.
coupon. Yeah, a
I
little
doubt
coupon
that's
code.
gonna happen, but
Oh, that's
I'll
definitely not going to happen.
say some prayers for you. I'll be looking for mine too.
So again, he emphasized focusing on Jeep's core audience and responding to customer feedback. Oh, I guess that's kind of what we're doing because we're both Jeep owners.
Yes.
Including engaging on Reddit. Oh, that's cool. So they're actually going to be talking on social media. And we've talked about it before. There's actually I forget what it's called. It's an Instagram broadcast channel, I think is what it was called, that you got the invite
Yes,
to
we
from Jeep.
did.
And I think
I
it
think we got with
really
that,
is
yeah.
Jeep. I think it really is Jeep that
is.
sent it.
I'm gonna at least believe it is. I believe it is too. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. And of course, whenever various celebrities respond to me on TikTok, I get really excited. Sandra Bullock she's reaching out to me, and
Look
then
for
I see,
that check mark.
and then there's that 3 or 4 digit number at the end of Sandra Bullock. You know,
Right.
like, crap.
Not today.
No, not today, Sandy. So I'd like to get her on the show just to do a series of snorts for me. You know how when she's laughing,
gosh.
she snorts. I think it's so
Look,
funny.
I know I'm not even say I sort of. I do the same thing when I get really tickled. So I really have to control myself on these podcasts.
So I have a joke about that, and you tell me if this is this isn't Grok saying
God.
it. Yeah. So you tell me if this is inappropriate or not. I think it's funnier in hell, but then again, it's my joke. Whenever somebody snorts when they're laughing, that is the equivalent of the involuntary orgasm of comedy.
Oh God. Yeah.
Too
It's
far?
sort
Or
of
not far
true.
enough?
It's sort of true.
Yeah, because it's not a control thing. I mean,
No.
some people do the snort. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure Sandra Bullock does it for
For
effect.
for effect, yeah.
But I love to snort. If I
Oh
tell
my
somebody and they got
God.
I'm going and they snort,
I'm not
it's so
snorting
funny.
for you. Not snorting.
All right,
I'm so tempted, but I'm not snorting. All right, move on.
well, see, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, because when you snort, I'm going to know that I really got you there. I really got your funny bone, and you couldn't help yourself. That's perfect.
Very true.
All right, so there's something new on the JeepTalkShow.com website. We have links to our articles. Are you familiar with our articles? It's kind of new.
I saw you've got some links, so that's exciting.
So again, blame AI. I mean, I like writing, but I just don't have all that time to do correct spelling and put all those fancy words in there. AI does it for me. So
it's made everything so much easier.
Yeah, it's my story, but I get to get AI to fancy it up for me, make it look like it's professional.
Tweak it and put it in your words. But there's two.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So you may have seen these articles like Jeep lied about the 392 final edition, and we're glad they did.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And most recently, DIY vehicle repairs versus paying for professional services. You can just go to our website and look for the little title that says "Even More" in our pages. So these things aren't posts where you would see the posts for the various episodes that we do. These are pages so that you can do stuff like what we're doing here. And there's often an image associated with them. And I didn't put it here in the notes, but I post these things up on LinkedIn. LinkedIn lets you post articles. So and they've been doing very well. I mean, really a big deal. I'm surprised people have time to read on LinkedIn. I'm serious. I mean, I'm not a very good reader, but
take a minute, smell the roses, read a little bit.
Yeah. I do need to make sure I check what the AI comes up with. I can't just trust it.
That is true. That is true. Oh, yes. And that brings me to a quick, simple story, I guess. Someone shared something that they, I guess, copied from ChatGPT AI, and they forgot. They didn't read it. And at the end, it said, insert your name, best regards, whatever. They didn't insert their name. It just went out with that.
Yeah. Did you ever get the spam emails where it says, hello, insert name here?
Yes. But
wait a minute.
This was from an actual company, and it probably shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Proofreading is, I mean, that's kind of the downside to AI. It does it so good. You just get to trust it.
Yes, you trust it. And you shouldn't always trust it. So especially if you're the CEO of a company, double check that thing.
Mm-hmm. So in the DIY vehicle repairs versus paying for professional services, which one do you do? Or is it a combination of both? You've got a Jeep. I'm sure you've had Jeep issues.
Both. And I DIY more than I pay someone because I don't know. I just feel like I can do it just as well. I mean, I don't have all the tools. If I don't have the tools, obviously I have to take it to a shop. But if I have the tools, I have the capability, then we're going all in and trying to get it fixed. So I'm just kind of a firm believer that I'm going to take better care of my things than someone else is. So, yeah.
I think for me anyway, I think it depends on how much money I have. Because if I have enough money to buy another Jeep, I may trust somebody else working on it. Because the worst case is I just buy a replacement. But you know, I don't have that kind of money. I can't really afford. There's in the story that I tell, or the article that I tell, a friend of mine was talking about a friend of his got an $8,000 quote to replace struts. Not this isn't a Jeep, but just to replace the struts front and rear and do a brake job. $8,000.
So what did he do?
Actually, Chris is who I'm talking about. Chris went over there and did it for him. And I think that the total bill was like $700 or something for parts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, less than 10% of the quote.
If you can do it yourself, I don't know why you don't.
I can't imagine something being worth $8,000 in labor. I mean, or $7,000 in labor, because that's basically what it was. Yeah. Well, it was from a company, a national chain that I've had dealt with before and learned not to deal with again.
Well,
so I think they're deep into screwing people over, frankly. So, Anyway, there's some insights there, things that I've learned, things that Chris had talked to me about the other day on the phone. So I shared it in that DIY thing. And I imagine a lot of you guys out there already know this, men and women alike. But I think women are more likely to fall for some of this stuff because you have no idea. And actually, I give a couple of things that you can do in there. For example, you can go. I think they normally put the any items to be replaced on the quote. So you can go look those items up, the parts up, and see how much the parts
see
are.
how much, and that's exactly what I do. But and when you say between the men and women, I think a lot of times just automotive places maybe just think they can easily get away with it with women, and so they don't even try as much with a guy, and maybe that's what it is. So I just go in there and start giving them a dirty look and until I'm not, so they know that I'm not very approachable. Don't try to mess with me.
You give them the look like this seat is occupied-o in the airplane. Yeah. I've told you about that, right?
I came in here for one thing and one thing only. Don't even try to sell me anything else.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing is just simply because they tell you what has to be replaced doesn't necessarily mean that's what has to be replaced. It may be that and something else that they're adding on. And then I think, I didn't put it in the article, but I think going to another shop and have them give you a quote is a good idea.
Yeah.
And really, before I got a quote, I would say, is there any charge for a quote? And if they say yes, just leave. Because that's the cost of doing business.
Most places are going to give you an estimate for free. So,
right. And well, they should. And get a second opinion, just like a doctor. So
I was going to say the same. Yep. Get a second opinion, compare prices, know what you're shopping for, know how much the parts cost. At the end of the day, it's your vehicle. You get to make your own decisions. Just because you show up at a shop doesn't mean you have to go with them. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And also, too, they kind of get you. It's kind of like, I don't know, you probably don't remember this, but Radio Shack used to have a free battery card.
Yeah.
You get the free battery card, and you go in there, and I think it was once a month you could get a free battery.
Yeah, I remember my dad doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole idea was to get your ass in the store.
Yes.
Because if you're in the store to pick up a battery, well, more than likely you're going to pick up something that you needed while you're there, And that's the same thing with these shops where they, get you in there. They know that you've taken your time to get there. You probably have a job. You're there.
Exactly.
You don't want to waste more of your time, so just do it. So they bank on that.
Shop, yeah. I miss Radio Shack.
I do too.
Yeah.
I remember Radio Shack back when they had like resistors and transistors and parts. Actually, they never had a super big selection. I remember back whenever they had a tube tester. It was a big apparatus, and you go and stick your tube in there. Yeah, and they had tubes that you could buy.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
we didn't have many stores around here, but Radio Shack was one of those that we did have, and it wasn't huge. It was just a small shack, Radio Shack, but it was fun to go in. I always went in with my dad, so it has some fond memories, even outside of just selling stuff.
So I kind of got into CB right when the craze was happening, right before the craze took off, before the movies and all that stuff. And so Radio Shack was like, oh, I gotta.
It's the place to go.
I didn't have anything else to do. I was in high school, junior high school, and I'm like, I learned the Radio Shack catalog back and forward, and I'd go in there and just hang out and look at stuff. So I was doing it from the radio standpoint, and actually had Radio Shack base station antenna for my CB. But anyway, it was a lot of fun, and it was like the forerunner of social media. Because I mean that's really what it was.
It is.
Instead of the internet, it was doing the same thing on CB. And luckily, I was only about 1,700 yards, I think. My parents' house was like a quarter mile from I-10 and a rest area.
Yeah.
And I used to give the truckers hell.
Oh my gosh.
I bet
you learned a lot.
Oh, it was so funny because they always thought I was in the rest area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come find you. I'm gonna come find your ass in that rest area.
Gosh.
And
okay, that's funny. I would have had so much fun with that myself.
I'd say, jackknife, don't jackknife that. Oh, they get so mad.
That's great. Oh yeah.
So it was funny. Actually,
social media before social media.
that's kind of the forerunner of this podcast,
Yeah.
is because I was doing this stuff when I was 16 years old, and people would literally call up somebody and say, "Hey, get Tony to get on the radio," and they weren't on there to talk to me. They just want to hear all the bullshit I was going to come up with.
That's awesome.
It's been a long mental illness for me. All right, so anyway, customer service issue, and I know you guys will feel bad about this being in another country and stuff. An ex-post on August 23rd reported a customer complaint about Jeep India's Moti, I think, Nagar service center. It's India, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where a Jeep Compass under warranty had water damage, but the dealer demanded 8,000, and I think it's rupees that they have there in India.
Okay.
Or cow patties. It's one of the two.
Cow patties.
Cow patties for repairs, prompting public backlash. And again, what are rupees? I think they're like dollars, but not. So
I thought rupees was like a drug. I was just kidding.
it's what you put on your jewelry. Oh, those are rubies. Never mind.
Rupees.
All right, so based on available information, here are the upcoming Jeep events scheduled within the next 30 days from September 3rd, 2025 through October 3rd, 2025, in case you can't do basic math. Eureka Spring, and I haven't heard of these ones before, so I'm glad I looked it up. Eureka Springs Jeep Jam, September 11th through 14th. Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Sounds nice.
You know, you'd pass for Arkansas. You could be an Arkansas native. Just looking at you. Yeah,
I drove through Arkansas. Not a bad place.
No, it's actually quite beautiful. My brother lived there from his age of 18 till his death.
Really?
I think he passed away at around the age of 62 or something. Had a heart condition. But Conway, Arkansas, near Little Rock. So, he lived there most of his adult life, or almost all his adult life.
So did you ever visit Arkansas?
I did, because there's actually an 18-year age difference between me and my brother.
Figured, yeah.
And then I flew up there by myself, I think at the age of 9.
Wow.
Took the plane up there, and they didn't do the things that they do now, where they monitor, and make sure that, they take care of you, make sure that they hand you off to a person.
Right.
Or at least I don't remember that happening. And I think it was the first time that I ever flew in a plane, went through a thunderstorm.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. 9 years old. Scary. But it was fun going up there and visiting. And actually, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but my brother was actually the reason why I got into CB. They would come down usually annually, and he showed up one year, or they showed up one year, him and his family, and he had a CB in his white panel van, and he was talking, the CBers call it skip, talking far away from his van and the radio. My mom and I were in there, and my mom was always very interested in technology, but she lacked the drive, I guess, to actually get involved in it.
Right.
So she would encourage me to get involved in it.
That's so cool.
And then she wasn't. She was kind of watching it from the periphery. So anyway, I got a CB because my brother came down, and I got it because my mom helped me get it.
That's a cool story.
Yeah. So really a lot of the stuff has been just going through things, and I find almost everything interesting. And it's hard for me to stay focused on one thing because I like squirrel and off doing something else that's interesting. So
I do.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think a lot of people have that issue. I will not be drugged up. Damn it. If I'm AHDA or whatever it is, too bad. All right. So the 5th annual Eureka Springs Jeep Jam. Thank you. Will place in the Ozarks.
Special ed teacher. I'm going to just mess you all up. I'm a former special ed teacher. All my kids had ADHD. They were all on drugs.
Of course. When I was in school, they gave spankings, and and that helped out. That helped out a lot better than drugs.
It did. All right, back on track. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't want to get the Child Protective Services on you. No. What's the statute of limitations? Is it statute or statue? That's a Seinfeld joke. Yeah. Highlights include a pre-Jeep Jam howdy dinner. Oh yeah, you got to have a howdy dinner.
So where my
you got to say it like Texas. Howdy,
y'all.
A registration party at Pine Mountain Village, a Jeep night light cruise. Oh, that's nice. I
Oh,
like the
I like the light
nighttime.
cruise.
Yeah, I like the nighttime cruise. By the way,
That's my
if
favorite.
you've got more lights than that are brighter than the sun, don't use them on the trail ride at night.
No,
I mean, if
no,
you're
you gotta
leading the
turn them
trail,
down.
yeah, if you're
Yeah,
leading the trail, that's one thing. But if you're just, oh, I'm at night, I'm driving off road, I got to turn on
right.
every one of these motherfuckers. No, people
You don't wanna
that are in front of you.
blind yeah, you don't wanna
Yeah,
blind anybody.
exactly.
Turn on a couple.
You'll be lucky if somebody doesn't, in Arkansas, shoot your ass. All right, so Jeep show and shine, which are always, I like the show and
Yeah, I
shines.
do
Those are
too.
always a lot of fun. You get to walk around, you get to talk to people, and
Yes.
you
See
get
all the
to
modifications.
turn your nose up at the Renegades.
Oh,
A Jeep parade
so
downtown
bad.
Eureka Springs, trail rides, a poker run, a scav. What the hell is a poker run? Do you have to have
So,
cards? Do you have to
yes,
have chips?
at least the poker run that I've done, you show up to each wait, how did it work? You get a card. You had to collect cards. That's what it is. So each stop, you collect one card.
Oh, do you
You
have a
write
hand?
it down, and then you go find the next place. You get another
Right.
card. And so, I don't know how many stops you have, but I guess how many poker cards do you have? 7?
It was like 5 or something.
5?
I think.
So, depending on the stops you have, you get 1 card per stop, and then whoever's hand is the best, I
I
guess they win a
like that. That
prize.
makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, they do that at Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam.
So
So, yeah.
you just randomly out of a deck of cards, get a card, and that's interesting.
Yes. So, literally, we had a sheet, and we'd show up, and there would be someone there, and they would just, hold out the deck, and you drew your own card, turned it over, and then wrote down what you got. They'd initial it. You move on to the next stop.
Yeah,
So,
no cheating that way too. You
no
can't put a card
cheating
up your
that
sleeve.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get to go see neat and cool places that you might not go see at different events. So, yeah.
So, April, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, or maybe you're already familiar with it because you follow along on social media, watching the Jeep Talk Show stuff. But some of you guys out there may have noticed our first 10 videos on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. But the first 10, does the first 10 make any sense to you if you don't already know about it?
I think it would. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the first 10 minutes of the episode. So it's kind of like, this Jeep Talk Show thing, they keep irritating the hell out of me. I haven't stopped following them yet, but I see all these little video things, and I just haven't made the time to go watch a video. Well, now you can, and you know it's only going to be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only 10 minutes long.
That's a good idea.
And then hopefully you'll go, that was pretty good. I'm going to go watch the whole thing,
Watch the rest of it. Yeah.
And then you can go to the YouTube or Rumble and just skip the first 10 minutes and watch the rest of it. So anyway, we'll see how it works.
Continued on the end.
Exactly. So you don't have time for an hour of Jeep Talk Show. You can now watch the first 10 minutes, available on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Facebook. Yes, we are on LinkedIn. It's funny, Cody from the is it Trails Off Road? Yeah, Trails Off Road podcast, which is since pod faded. Cody got on LinkedIn, and I was like, really? Isn't that like a business thing? And he goes like, what the hell? And actually, we've made quite a few contacts, professional contacts,
really cool.
using LinkedIn. So so if you want to, you can find the Jeep Talk Show on LinkedIn and follow along. We'll be happy to reciprocate your follow. All right, so the 44th annual Fall Four-Wheel Jamboree Nationals, September 19th through 21st, Hendricks County Fairgrounds, Danville. I was going to say Darefield. That doesn't sound like a good place to go. Danville, Indiana. This event, while not Jeep exclusive, that's a fail, is a major off-roading gathering featured 4x4 vehicles, including Jeeps. It includes off-road demonstrations, custom builds, and vendor areas. Jeep enthusiasts often attend for the off-road experience and community. More details at fourwheeljamboree.com. So that's pretty cool. That's Indiana. Cool. Yep. I bet you this one is a good one. I always hear bad things about New Jersey. So I don't have any New Jersey jokes here, but So the fall New Jersey Jeep Jam, I'm sorry, Jeep Invasion, September 20th, 2025, Ocean City Broadwalk, Ocean City, New Jersey.
That
This,
would be a nice event.
I think so,
Yeah.
especially for that area. I mean,
Yeah.
I can well imagine that there's, well, I don't really know. Maybe there are some nice off-road places in New Jersey or at least in New York State. This event features a police escorted Jeep parade through
Okay.
town with up to 400 Jeeps parking on the iconic Ocean City
Nice.
Boardwalk rather. It includes a show and shine contest and
Okay.
vendor section. Pre-registration is required for Jeeps to park on the boardwalk, but spectator admission is free. More information at sellajeep.com. Oh, that's how they get
Sell
you.
a Jeep.
Yeah, that sounds like a business going on
There's a
there.
catchphrase.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't want to pass on this one. This is coming up this weekend, the Detroit 4Fest. It's going to be at Hollyoaks ORV Park in Michigan. Major off-roading event featuring Jeep and other 4x4 vehicles. And Chris is going to be there. So it's September 5th through 6th.
Okay.
Chris is going to be there. Is that right? Because the date is wrong on this. I mean, the year is wrong on
I
this.
don't know.
I think
But
that's
you
right.
do
I
know he's
think,
going to be there, so
yeah,
it's gotta be
I think it
sometime.
is. I just want to get the dates correctly. You can go
Right.
over to 4fest.com to see the actual dates on this event, but I've got it down as September 5th through 6th, which is Friday and Saturday, and I think that is correct. There's trails, rock courses, off-road skill seminars, off-road skills 101, winching and recovery techniques, vendor villages, food trucks, live music, and a passport to the prizes with a grand prize trip to Moab, Utah. So I did verify that one. Again,
Okay.
forfestevents.com. Chris from the Jeep Talk Show will be there. Chris, just to confuse the hell out of you guys, Chris from GTOPs will be there as a vendor. And
Two
GTOPs are
Chris's.
yeah, exactly. So the GTOPs are the panels where they take your Freedom panels, they cut a big ass hole in it, and they put this polymer in
Oh,
there.
yes. Okay.
So you can just see up all the time. We used them for the
I've
first
seen
time
those.
in 2024 EJS, and it was wonderful being
Right.
able to see, especially because in Moab there's so much stuff to see out the windows, but also to
Right.
above, and with
Nice to have.
the changing weather at the 2024 EJS,
Oh,
it was good
yeah.
to have. I mean, snow and rain and all kinds of stuff. We didn't have to worry about it. The wife and I could just look up and see. It was wonderful.
I have a clear panel that works
Yeah.
like that, so yeah, it's really
Is
cool. And I usually
is
put it on around fall.
is it the clear panel? What is that? Clear lids?
No, it's actually by a company called Putco.
Right.
And theirs is really cool because it's one solid panel. I don't know about clear lids if they're two, but it's one just entire
No, clear
solid
lids
panel.
is a single one.
Okay.
So yeah, it's funny. I don't want to get Chris. I don't think it's going to get me in trouble. But Chris mentions Putco a lot.
Oh, okay.
I won't say that he says this, but my interpretation is those assholes over at Putco.
They make a good lid. Yeah. I don't know.
If you ever get to see a G-top lid, look
I'll
at
have
that
to
and,
check, yeah.
look at the construction quality, because I think that it's night and day personally. So, but you're entitled
Check it
to
out.
your
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah.
I've
So,
only had what I've had, so but yeah,
right.
I would
Yeah.
say I haven't ever had a leak or anything like that. So, and I've had it
Yeah.
for several years. So I've enjoyed it.
I've been told, I don't know by who, but you can guess that the clear lids, because it's plastic, and then you put the metal hardware in there, the plastic cracks around the holes,
I have heard that.
because it's not a good
About
thing
clear
to
lids.
mix those two things, metal and plastic.
Yes, I have
So
heard that.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
have not had any issues with the Putco one.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So, yep. Like I said, Chris will be there. The two Chris's will be there. And actually, if you go there, you can actually see G-Tops, because Chris from G-Tops will have the G-Tops on his Wrangler. And Chris from the Jeep Talk Show has the G-Tops on his Gladiator. So go over there, bother Chris, get some stickers.
One other event I think is coming up on the tail end of all those is the Overland East Expo. I didn't see that on the list, but
Nope.
I want to say
Didn't.
that starts around October, first week in October, so October 3rd, maybe. But yeah, that's a great event as well. So lots going on there. But check that one out. That's in Arrington, Virginia. I've gone to that. This will be my third year going to that one.
Cool. So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched or heard our Nikki G's before?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Good
I
stuff.
apologize to you and the audience, but it's time for another Nikki G.
All right.
Nikki G says, "Don't oversell it."
Hey, this is Nikki G, and I had a great time walking around the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, meeting people here and there, except for Natalie. Couldn't find Natalie. Every time I tried to find her, she just wasn't there. So it leads me to believe that either she wasn't feeling well because the Southern cuisine didn't agree with her. You know, we tend to eat a lot of gravy, or Natalie don't exist and she's just AI generated. But that's not why I'm calling. I'll tell you, hey, do you know why ants never get sick? Yeah, it's because they're full of antibodies. I'll show myself out. Wait a minute, I live here. In the shop. I live in the shop. I'm not allowed in the main house. All right, boys and girls, I'll chat you later and have a good one. Bye.
All right, Amber, what do you got going on? Anything special? I mean, any events you're going to? I mean, you mentioned your podcast. Your podcast is a weekly podcast, right?
So it's a weekly podcast. I'll be meeting with the girls tonight. So Lily and Chrissy, hi. But yeah, we have the podcast every Wednesday night, most every Wednesday night, depending on, the girls' schedules. But I do have an interesting event coming up. So you guys will be the first ones to hear this because I have not talked about it. But I did start working for Jedco. So I'll be flying out with Amber next week, and we're going to Maryland, and we'll get to visit their facility, their warehouse there, and they're doing a crab fest. So we'll be going to the crab fest. So yeah, check that out and stay tuned. But I'll be sharing lots from Jedco. And if you don't know, Jedco is a company that does brand merchandise for Jeep, Ford, Chevrolet. They do stuff for Bronco specifically, Ram, all your beer companies, Modelo, Bushweiser, Pacifico, you name it, they do them. Also Willie Nelson, Leonard Skinnard, some artists. So really cool companies that they represent. So I'm excited to be part of them and travel out to Maryland and get to spend some time. And then we have Overland Expo East coming up. So that's going to be fun. And like I said, that's in Arrington, Virginia. Then I've got Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam coming up. That's Halloween weekend, so I'll be emceeing that event as well with some other folks and just bringing all the fun stuff that's going on. They do have a poker run, so I'll be sharing some of the poker run. But yeah, those are some of the top 3 coming up that I have going on, mixed in with a whole bunch of other stuff.
Very nice. So I'm sorry, was it Jebco? Is that what you were?
Jedco. Jedco.
So if you don't mind, you can always say pass, but what is it that you're going to be doing for them?
So just going out touring their facility. We are doing a photo shoot, both Amber and I, just sharing, kind of meeting the Jedco family, I would say. And then definitely they're putting on the Crab Fest. So I'll be going and tasting, I guess, a bunch of different crab.
So
yeah.
I spent about a month out in Columbia, in Maryland, and that was the worst food month I've ever had.
Oh gosh.
Because
Don't
the food
is
it's very, very bland.
Is it?
Yeah, there was this one place that was known for their crab, and seafood is often very bland, especially like lobster. That's why they give you a 55-gallon drum of butter to eat the lobster with. So the crab meat, which was gorgeous, and but it really didn't have any flavor. But the little I don't know, powder stuff that you could get with it, the seasoning that you could put on it, it was very, very good. So what I was going to say is, it's good, but make sure that when you're eating that crab to get that powder or whatever it is that they have, hot sauce, whatever. Although I think they're too east. They don't know anything about hot sauce. See, I'm in Texas, and we're very close to Mexico.
Hot sauce from on everything.
Oh yes. So it was a very bland deal. It might fit you well for your eating thing, but it's funny. But I muscled my way through it and gained weight while I was there. So
really,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I'm not a huge seafood girl, so we'll see what
Our daughters aren't either. I love seafood. I mean, I think my number one food is Mexican food. And I found out after I married my wife, who's originally from Mexico, that's not Mexican food. That's Tex-Mex. Because there's not a lot of cheese on Mexican food. But there is in Texas, So, yeah.
I'm probably Tex-Mex as well, but yeah.
I think most of us are.
We'll see what happens. Happens. But
I've been lucky enough to have some real Mexican food from my mother-in-law, and she can make fresh flour tortillas, which I couldn't tell the difference between tortillas at first, and then as I ate them, I learned what the difference was, and I look forward to the fresh flour tortillas. My wife, and I get in trouble every time I mention this, my wife can make tortillas, but they come out in the shape of Texas. So they're not round.
How about paella? Do you like paella?
Don't think I've had that, or if I had, I don't remember.
It's really good. Look it up. It's good, but it's got to be authentic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Ready to join the Jeep Talk Show crew? Become a Patreon subscriber today at jeeptalkshow.com/contact and unlock exclusive perks while supporting the show. Keep the adventure rolling by leaving a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcast platform to help grow our Jeep community. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Oh, and definitely comment. We love the comments. Stay in the loop by following us on social media and signing up for our newsletter for the latest Jeep news and must-attend events. Got a question or an idea for our next episode? Send it our way at jeeptalkshow.com/contact. Thanks for riding along with us, and let's hit the trail for more epic adventures. I was just thinking, I used to mumble a lot, and my wife would say, "What did you say?" Because I was always mumbling.
Kids do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just fumbled that thing. I was kind of mumbling because I was going through it. And going back into that same thing. It's funny. I don't know if your husband does this or not, but maybe you do it. You're at the grocery store. Somebody's parked the goddamn basket caddy corner in the aisle. And it's like, get the hell out of the way. If you're trying to block the whole aisle, you're doing a good job. So what I'll do, and my wife gets embarrassed, I'll say, "Excuse me," and they go.
That's not mumbling.
Yeah, they jump, and that's one of the reasons why I mumble, because I scare people.
Because you scare people.
I don't want to scare people.
Where is this going?
Not unless they're being an idiot. Then it's fine to scare them. All right, Amber, I'm sorry. April,
I told you it's good because that's what daughters do.
I've wanted to call you Amber at least 3 times so far.
And I just let you too because I'm good with it. I grew up like that. Yep. It's all good.
But it wasn't your parents that were calling you Amber, was it?
And sometimes. Not until later down the road when I had her. But like I said, my niece is Ashley. My daughter.
Do they get confused?
Amber.
Because my daughters... I can't. Sometimes I get confused because they're all the same size now. As adults, they're all the same size.
Look alike. We all start with the letter A. So now I just don't even fight it anymore. So I'm not even going to fight you about it.
Well, you're very easygoing.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Enjoy your trip to Maryland, and don't let me sway you on the food. You may enjoy it.
I will. I'll let you know. All right. Bye, guys.
Broadcasting since 2010.
You're my friend. You're my new friend.